Hi, hello and welcome to our first Tuesday session of our Fit Essentials Basics class. We're going to be doing a couple new things today. So some equipment that you might want to have handy if you have it available. Long bands, if you have your band with you, and or some really light weights. I've got a little 2.5-pound ankle weights that we can use for some external rotation. You can also use the band for that in the first set. And let's see, you want to have a chair. We're going to be doing some seated work today. Possibly being close to the wall. And then the last section we're going to be doing, this is like one of the first times, but really key that we need to start practicing this is some kneeling get up. So we're going to practice lowering down to the floor to a kneeling position and getting up off the ground. So I have here a cushion from the couch. If you don't have like a nice padded carpet that you're working on, or a mat that you can kneel on and be okay with that, then if you can grab like a cushion off your couch and have that available, I'll show you how we're going to use that on our final set here. All right, so with that said, let's go ahead and come on up to standing. We're going to start with our spinal cord breathing. All righty, as you come on up to the top, check in with your feet. You're going to walk them in so they're just underneath those hips, and you want all your toes pointing straight ahead. From there, get a little bend in those knees, tuck your hips down, and we're going to breathe in, circle your arms around, bringing the forearms together and the palms together. And then as you exhale, try to tuck up into a ball, tuck it down and in, pull the chin to the chest, pull those hips under. And now we're going to go 3 to 5 cycles of this. We're going to inhale and lift the chest, squeeze the glute, lengthen the spine, and gently turn your head up towards the ceiling or sky. Good, pausing the top, and then that's our rhythm here. We'll exhale, tuck it back down and in. Inhale, lift and open, squeeze the glutes, nice and smooth. Pull those shoulders back and down. Good, maybe 2 more. And lift and open. Squeeze the glute, lift the chest. Last one. Fantastic. After this next inhale, go ahead and just bring the arms down to the side. Fantastic. Walk your feet out just a little bit wider. All right, we're going to go hands on the hips, and we're going to go into our hip circles, circling those hips around. Loosen them up. Keep it a little bend to the knee throughout. Very good. And then when you're ready, go ahead and switch direction. Gently swivel your hips the other way. Fantastic. All right, next we're going to stretch our upper body just a little bit with our eagle arms. So walk your feet back in, spread your arms nice and wide. We're going to take your left hand over in front, take your right hand, sweep it underneath, and then see if you can kind of interlace those hands. From here, we're going to come a little bit closer. You're going to push one down and push one up. And you're looking to feel this like in the outer part of your, see, would be your left shoulder. Lengthen through the neck, kind of pull them down and in. And breathe here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. One more. And go ahead and unwrap yourself. All right, in between sides, shake those arms side to side, alternating which arm comes on top. Very good. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the opposite side. So we'll go back open. See, it's gonna be your right hand. It's gonna come up. Left hand's gonna come under. Interlace those hands. One pushes down while the other pushes up. And lengthen, try to keep that head peering out over the arms. Good job. Feel free to relax those eyes closed here. Pull the chin in, and let's go 2 more breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. One more time. And release. Fantastic. Good job. Side to side. But then let's go back, reaching the hands back behind, and then raising them up to overhead or as far as you're comfortable, and back and up. Good job. I'm going to come back to standing. Back and up. One more. Push them back, raise them up, and then think about some nice big circles. Step the feet a little bit wider, opening that chest. Very good. 1 or 2 more. And rest. All right, fantastic. So let's talk about the band. we're going to be doing what's called some external rotation for the shoulders. I'm going to be tying my band to my chair here. If you have a doorknob in the area that you can close the door, you can also tie this band to the doorknob and have it fixed on there. Otherwise, if you have a really light weight, you can do a totally different exercise. But if you have the band and want to follow me with this one, I'm just going to tie a short little knot, secure it on there. All right. So once I have my band fixed in, I'm going to stand next to it. For me with the chair, I'm going to have to hold it there so I don't pull it over. I'm going to place my palm up. And if you have no band, you could also just mimic this as if you are. You could hold a really light weight. All right, so I'm tucking my elbow into the side. Imagine I had like a little cushion here and I wanted to use my elbow to hold that cushion in against the side. And then with the palm up, I'm just going to simply externally rotate the hands. I'm going to pull it out to the side, bring it back in, and pulling it out. We're going to go about 10 reps here, 6 to 10, open and close. Just a nice little movement here, working the shoulder. Open and close. Good. A few more. Oops, and there goes my knot. I guess that's the last one. All right, I'm going to tie it back on, and then we're going to go same thing on the other side. So you could also just turn your body around so you face the other direction. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So I can keep it tied this time. All right, elbow into the side. Remember, you're trying to hold that cushion against the body. Palm up, rotating away. Bring it in and rotate out. Good. Upwards of 10. It's not a big movement here, just working some of those smaller stabilizer muscles of your shoulder. And one more. Awesome job. Once you finish those shoulder exercises, we're going to take a seat and we're going to do our leg extensions next. Come on down. As I come to seated, I'm going to come to the edge of my chair and just check in with your posture. Instead of being slouched, really be intentional here. Lift up out of your hips. If you have some handles that you can hold on to, or you can hold on to the seat, pull the belly in. We're going to start on the left leg. We're going to lift it up and you're going to extend it straight out. Get that quad to fire. Bend it in and extend. You can pause and go upwards of 10. Bend, extend. Good. Keep that posture tall. Squeezing this quad here at top part of the thigh. Bend, extend, pause just for a moment. You can also rest this hand on the thigh if you want to feel it fire. Get that muscle to work. Good. Continue to sit tall. I found myself slouching forward. 1 or 2 more. Woo. And rest. All right, set it down. Give it a little love. Shake it around. Encourage that blood flow. Fantastic. And then same thing other side, sitting tall. So I'll show you this. I'm gonna kind of hold this hand in, gripping the seat of the chair, and I can place this hand either holding on or on the thigh. Same thing other side. And as I extend, I'm pulling all the toes back towards my face. Bend the knee in, drive that leg out. Good, nice and smooth. We've done these with bands before where you could wrap the band around the seat of the chair. But I also find it effective without that resistance. But if you want to add that band in, you can. If you're on the recording, it's easy. You can just press pause and add it in. Or if you're here live, you can always do it for round 2. A couple more. Good. Keep pulling the belly in, extend, down, last one, and rest. Good job. Give that side some love. Move that skin around, move the muscle around. Speak nicely to yourself. Give it a little massage. All right, fantastic. Third exercise of the series is going to be our mid-back rotations. So we're going to sit up nice and tall up out of the spine, bring that hand behind the head, and we're going to bring the elbow down towards the opposite thigh. Pull the belly in, come back to seated, and then you can use your right hand on the inside of that right knee to gently push as you turn and look over your left. Breathe in as you lower down and in. Sitting tall, and then exhale as you peer over that left shoulder. Good. 3 more. Very nice. Pausing in that open position, turn those eyes, see how far you can look over that shoulder. Maybe one more. Very good. Same thing, opposite side. Hand behind the head, rounding forward. It's okay if you can't quite touch that elbow to the thigh, but if you can, make contact with the opposite side of your body. And if you want to give that little extra overpressure, you'll use your left hand, gently push against the inside of the left knee. Breathe in, lower down, sit tall, turn the head, gaze into that direction. One or two more. Good. And rest. Fantastic. All right, we're gonna do that once more. Let's get a drink in between, and we're gonna come back up to our external rotation. Only this time, I'm gonna show you a different variation. If you like that variation and that worked well for you, feel free to stick with it. This next variation actually works best if I'm on a bench, but let me see if I can do it from a chair. You can also sit on the floor for this. Yeah, I'm gonna show it on the floor. So again, if you don't want to come onto the floor, if you don't have a bench to sit on, stick with the band standing, elbow to the side and rotating out. Otherwise, I'm gonna have my nice little lightweight sitting on a bench or on the floor. I'm gonna have my elbow against the knee, and then I'm gonna control down and not letting that shoulder round forward. So holding the shoulder back and then lifting straight up. Controlling down and up. Good. So remember, the band works great also. Very nice. Our shoulders tend to live in a more internally rotation. That's that forward roll. So we're just working some of our external rotators, just helping that shoulder to sit back a little bit better. Good. Control down, lifting up. I'm holding 2.5 pounds here, so it doesn't need to be heavy. One or two more. Fantastic. And then same thing, other side. Just gonna switch around. You can just extend the opposite leg, bend the other knee, bring that elbow up on the knee, supporting on the hand, and then control down and lift up, upwards about 10 here. Good. So our second of 2 rounds. We're coming back to our leg extensions next. Very good. One or two more. And last one. Very nice. All right, if you're using some weight, set it down. If you're on the floor, we're gonna make our way up off the ground, so we're gonna be practicing later on as well. Coming on over. You can use your chair as needed. Set that one foot down, push through your chair, come on up. And then we're going back to seated. If you're already ready to go, just take a drink, give yourself a second. And we'll go back to those leg extensions. So take your time, coming on up. Great work. I know sometimes there's that tendency we kind of avoid getting down on the ground, but it's really functional movement, really something that we want to maintain to do, help us maintain our independence. All right, once you're seated here in the chair, check back in with that posture, sitting straight up. You can hold onto the seat or onto your handles if you have them. Pick the leg you're going to start on and extending it straight out, pulling the toes towards your face. Good. Pull the belly in as you do so. Extend and pause. Upwards of about 10 here. Breathe. Breathe in as I bend it. Exhale as I extend. Good. Anytime you need to rest, just take a rest. That's 6 if you're following me. And 9, feeling that muscle fire. Last one. And 10. Whew, set it down. All right, let's give it a little pound this time. Kind of slap the muscle, nice flat palm. Remember, if the muscles are sore or if your leg falls asleep, You can do this, encourage that circulation to the area, and then just kind of grab it, squeeze it, mush it around. Beautiful. All right, same thing other side. Readjust your seat if you need it. Sit tall, pull those shoulders back, and then opposite leg. Here we go, upwards of 10, pulling the toes towards your face as you extend that knee. Back and up, bending in. And I can feel that tendency to want to arch the back as I extend the leg, so keep the belly button pulled in. Good, halfway. Anytime you need to rest. Breathing in to bend, exhale to extend. Maybe one or two more. Good. And out and rest. Whew. All right. I forgot what we did first. Let's squeeze it, mash it. Come into the top of the thigh, the bottom of the thigh. Kind of moving that tissue around, and then we'll do the pats. Flat hand, pat the muscle, pat the leg. Good. Smile if you kind of feel funny doing it. Keep it fun. And rest. All right. Mid-back extension in that rotation. So I'm going to sit up nice and tall. We're going back to that hand behind the head. If you have the right hand here, gently placed on the inside of that right knee. Breathing in, close it on down, bringing that elbow across the body. Sit tall, gently exhale as you rotate. Pause in that rotated position. Good. 3 to 4 more. Down, up, and open. Clouds gave us a break from the sun. I'll take that. Exhale as you turn the eyes as well. Maybe one more. Down, sit tall, and pivot. Fantastic. When you're ready, same thing other side. Hand behind the head. You want to take that left hand on the inside of the left knee and then reaching around, kind of make that into a little bit of a stretch as you bow forward. And then now we're stretching that open position. Breathe in, close her down, sit tall and gently rotate. Good. Pause in that open position, turning the head, turning the eyes, and 1 or 2 more. And rest. Fantastic. All right, before we jump on up to our feet, we're going to be doing some planks next. Side plank if you're comfortable to do so. I'm going to show it elevated on the bench. You also can just, if you have a wall, you can just lean right against the wall, supporting on one arm. But before we go there, let's warm up our ankles a little bit. So we're going to sit tall, grab onto the front of the shin, pull those shoulders back and down, and into our ankle rolls here. Between 5 and 10 times each way. Fantastic. And switch directions when you're ready. So we're going to be doing a side plank on one side between 10 and 20 seconds. Then we'll come up, single leg balance for 10 to 20 seconds. Then we'll do a little stretch, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Let's go ahead and do our ankle rolls on the other side. Check in with that upper body posture. Shoulders back and down, lift the chest. And here we go, rolling that ankle through. Very good. Switching directions if you haven't. Excellent job. All right, beautiful work. If your water's nearby, let's grab a drink. And we'll make our way on up. And the side plank is a little bit more of a challenge for sure. That's why the higher the surface that you can lean against, the better. So I'd recommend a wall to start with if you haven't done many of these. If you don't have a wall, all you have is a low surface, you can just hold that double arm plank as well. You don't have to come up onto the side. But come on up to standing. I'll show you what I'm talking about, and then we'll move through it. All righty. So for the side plank, again, I can just kind of lean against the wall with 2 hands and then turn onto the side. For myself here, I'm going to use my chair. I'm going to place both hands down, pull the belly in. I'm going to walk the feet back. And now you can either stay right here and support on 2 arms, or I'm going to pivot to the side, really pushing through that downside arm, lifting up and holding here. We'll go upwards of 20 seconds. Lifting up, we don't want to sink in, so I'm holding solid, keeping as square as I can. That's 10 seconds. Breathe as you hold, and 3, 2, 1, come on down. If you're in that side plank, turn back to center, walk the feet in, and come on up. Very nice. If you are on your left arm, we're going to balance on the left leg. So feel free to stand near the wall. I'm going to use the chair here. Pull up through your midline, and then when you're ready, lift that opposite leg up. We'll go upwards of 20 seconds here. So we're looking to avoid that hip kick. Hips nice and level. Squeeze those shoulders back. If you can balance on that one leg, you can lift that other arm up. That's 10 seconds. Anytime you need, set that foot down. Join back in if you can. 3, 2, 1, and there's 20. Fantastic. Little hip shift, side to side. Circle them around. Very good. And then we're going to make our way to the other side of the body. So I'm going to use my bench over here, and now you'll be on your right side. So again, we can go that 2-arm plank if that feels best for your body. Reaching the hands down, walking the feet back, pull that belly in. If you're comfortable to go onto the side, kind of walk the feet to the side, really lift up through that shoulder, and here we go, holding upwards of 10. Watching those hips not sinking down, lifting them up. Good. That's our first 10 seconds. I think I said upwards of 10. I meant 20, like we did the first time. Watch that elbow. Make sure you're not hyperextend that elbow, so just leave a little play. And 2, 1, come on down. Walking it back forward, walking it back in. If you are on your right arm, now we're going to balance on the right leg. So coming back to steady yourself. Just imagine we're those marionette puppets, right? Everything's pulling us up and in towards the sky. When you're ready, pull that one foot off the ground as level as you can, and watch the shrug up into the ears here. Pull the shoulders back and down, palms forward. Good. First 10 seconds. If you need to rest for a second, come back in when you're ready. Hips as level as you can here. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Awesome job. Set it down. Walk the feet out just a bit. Side stretch next. Bend the knees, hand on the hip. Let's take your left hand towards the left shoulder. And excuse me, I'm going to go into that stagger stance. Step that left foot back just a hair. And now we're going to reach across the body, reaching across, pulling it in. And we'll reach a little bit higher each time. Nice stretch. And you can gently pivot on that back foot. Down, inhale and exhale as you reach. Starting to reach over the forehead area. And then you choose here what feels best for your body. Only go as far as you're confident. And if you're good to do so, do a couple right overhead. Both feet planted. Down and up. Exhale as you reach. Maybe one more. Breathe in, bringing it down, and exhale, reaching across. Fantastic. Same thing other side. Walk that back foot in. Step the other foot back. So right hand by the right shoulder. And when you're ready, for the first few here, you're going to pivot on that back foot as you reach straight across. Bringing it back. Reaching. Good. Shifting back. Reach across. Exhale. Breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. Awesome. Breathe in. Breathe out. Reaching over the forehead as able. Good. And if you're good to do so, keep both feet flat. And let's go about 3 or so right overhead. Palm down towards you and peering up as able. If you feel a little unstable, put your feet a little bit wider. That will help your balance have a little bit wider base of support. Maybe one more. Down and reaching across. Fantastic. All right, walk that back foot in. We're going to go into that side plank again for set 2 of 3. So coming back to your left arm. Place both hands against the wall, your tabletop or the chair, walking the feet back, either holding right here or pivoting to the side. Lifting up through that downside arm, and here we go, nice and strong. Breathe as you hold, hips lifted. Good job, little give in that elbow. There's our first 10 seconds. Looking straight ahead, smile as you hold, and 3, 2, 1, walk it in, pivot around, walk the feet back in, making our way to our single leg balance. You're supporting on that left hand. Now we're going to be on the left foot. All the toes point straight ahead, lifting up and in, arms out to the side. Here we go. Try to find something straight ahead to focus on. Smile. Good. First 10 seconds. Whoop, there goes my balance. Reset, come back in. Watch that shoulder shrug. Keep them down. Pull them back and down. 2, 1, and there's our 20. Fantastic. In between sides, just give a little hip rock side to side. Beautiful. And then now we're going to make our way second side of the body. So it should be on your right side, coming onto 2 arms to start, placing them down, walking it back, either holding right there or coming onto one side. Think about lifting up as we hold. Let me grab this watch. I can't quite see with the sun glare. All right, we're into that 20 seconds. Breathing, lifting, holding smooth. First 10 done. Here comes the train. And 3, 2, 1, there's our 20, walking out of it, stepping in, walking in, and balancing on the same side. Adjust as needed, standing tall. Let's see, you're on your right side, now we're on your right leg. 2, 1, here we go. Pulling up through those hips. Keep it a little bend in your support leg. That's 10 seconds. Breathe as you hold. Adjust as needed. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Awesome job. All right, that's set 2 of 2. You want to take a break from there. Otherwise, I'm going to take you through one more time before we jump into it. We'll do a little torso rotation here. Just twisting through the body. Feel free to look over that shoulder as you twist. You can also do it seated in your chair. You can also do a little side stretch, maybe a little reach again, and so on. See what feels good. All right, if you're joining me for set 3, we're going to start in about 10 seconds. Back to your left arm. Place those hands down, walk the feet back, and gently pivot to the side. 2, 1, here we go. Lift and hold. Breathing, keeping smooth. This is the elbow that tends to lock out, right? So grip those fingertips down. Over 10 seconds in. Pull the chin in as well. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Walk it around. Walk the feet in. Single leg balance is next. Here comes the hound dog. Standing tall, feet pointing straight ahead. And begin when you're ready. Watch that shoulder shrug. Shoulders down. That's halfway. Just need to lift up. And 3, 2, 1. There's our rest. Awesome job. All right, you just got to balance out the body. Same thing, other side. If you're hearing the other noises, the neighbors, I think, are getting their windows clean. There's a bunch of ladders going up and down. So if you're like, what is that noise? That's what it is. All right, second side, third time. Walking the feet back, either staying square or pivot to the side. All right, final 20 seconds. We're working our obliques here, whole side of the body, strengthening those muscles. The stronger those muscles are, the less likely we'll have chronic back pain because you have a good, strong core to support your spine. And 3, 2, 1, that's our 20. Walk in, walk out of it. Just that single leg balance left. And we're going to be doing those kneeling get-ups next. So if you have that couch cushion around, anything that you can kneel on. All right, single leg balance on your right. 2, 1, here we go. Turning my palms forward. Thinking about how long can I make my neck. So I'm actively pulling those shoulders down. Very good. I lost when we went up. I think that's 10 seconds, maybe a little bit longer. Set that foot down if you need. Otherwise, 3, 2, 1, and all done there. Woo. All right, if you took a break on that last round, so you can come back on up to your feet, join me for a couple of stretches, and then we'll get into our final circuit. All right, a little drink of water. We're gonna open up our hip flexors next. So when we sit in the chair, when we drive in the car, We shorten those hip flexors. They get pretty tight, so we want to keep them open. Toes pointing straight ahead, and let's go ahead and take your right foot, step it back just a little bit like a normal size step. See if you can put both feet flat on the ground and feet are hip width apart. From here, you can either go on the shoulders or up to overhead, your choice. Lifting up, we're gonna just practice shifting those hips forward. So rock the hips back, rock the hips forward, squeeze the glute, and now you're gonna turn your body, look over that left shoulder. Breathe in, gently rock the hips back, rock the hips forward, squeeze the glute of that trail leg, and then gently turn. Turn the torso, turn the head and neck. Good, let's go about 2 more. Rock it back, rock it forward, lifting up and gently rotate. Fantastic, last one. Forward, back, push that hip open and then turn to the side. So I'm really feeling it like in the front side of my hip here, into my torso a little bit. And release. Very good. In between sides, just kind of shimmy through the body, shift the hips, move the shoulders. Just kind of free flow here. Move your body a little bit different than you normally would, like you're kind of dancing a little bit. Dancing. All right, very good. And then same thing, other side. Set your right foot down nice and solid. Grip those toes down. Left foot steps back. Lift up tall out of your spine. I know shadows are coming on me now, so hopefully you can see me okay. Reaching across the shoulders. I dream of genie arms, or if you like that overhead reach, I know my arms are a little bit tired today, so I'm gonna lift up, rock the hips forward, my front heel, all the heels stay planted, and then now turn the body towards your right side. Pulling the arms across, peering over that shoulder. Shift the hips back, lifting up, shift them forward, and then rotate. Good, couple more. Back, forward, and gently pivot. Very good. Last one. Nice, Shirley. Turning the body, turning the head, and rest. Awesome job. All right, grab your water. So we have 2 exercises and some stretching on this last piece. We're going to be doing those kneeling get-ups. I'm going to talk you through them as we work. And then if you have that band tied to your chair or a doorknob, unless you have another one, go ahead and untie that band. Because our second exercise, we're going to come to a seated position, either in the chair or if you're comfortable to sit on the floor, you can do that. And we'll be doing our seated row with the band. All right, so you can watch the first round if you'd like, if you're not quite sure what we're doing, or you can just kind of join on in if you want. So again, I'm going to demo with this couch cushion here. So if you need some extra padding, please utilize it. All right, so when you're ready, we're just practicing getting on and off the ground from a kneeling position. So I'm going to use my chair here. I'm going to support my upper body, and I'm going to come on over. I'm going to bring my knees down. I'm going to come to a kneeling position, just resting on those knees for a second, and I'm going to practice coming back up to standing. Leaning forward, pushing through my arms, coming up to the feet, and then coming all the way up to standing, okay? And now I'll just kind of do it towards the opposite side. So same idea, I'm gonna reach down, bring those knees down, come to a kneeling position, and then you're gonna lean forward, use that upper body, push through your upper body, pull the belly in, pushing through your feet, and then come all the way up to standing. That's 40 seconds. We're gonna do about another 20. Just practicing getting on the ground to a kneeling position and then coming back up. Very good. And go ahead and finish that one and then come to your chair. All right, and we'll be progressing that over time, looking to come all the way down to our bottom on the ground. Very nice. All right, come to seated. Long band around one or both feet. All righty, from here, you're gonna reach those arms straight out, and then when you're ready, squeeze them back and in. So I'm gonna go the first 20 seconds with both arms together, and then I've got a full minute assigned to this. So then I'm gonna go alternating arms. If you wanna kind of follow me through this, we'll go back and in, hold, reaching forward, and I move through the forearms a little bit, palms down as I reach, rotate those palms up as I pull them back and in. Good, maybe one more here. Squeeze it back and in. And now I'm gonna start to alternate. So I'm gonna reach my left arm out, pull that elbow back with the right arm out, and just kind of like a little synchronized motion here. One arm reaches out and then the other. Good. Working the brain, working the arms, just a little bit different than we normally do. Good. Keep that breathing going. Switching directions, reaching out, pulling it in. A couple more each side. Ooh, elbow got a little stuck there. And last one, and rest. Fantastic. Alrighty, in between sets here, we're gonna get some movement through that mid-back. So our little seated happy cat, angry cat, cat-camel, however you like to call it. Check in with your position of your sit bones. So I can kind of move the flesh of my tush up and out of the way so I can sit right on the sit bones. We're gonna bring the hands to the bottom of the thighs. Similar to that first thing that we did there with our spinal cord breathing, I'm gonna tuck my head down as I exhale. Round the back, pull the shoulders forward. And then as you inhale, slide the hands up the thighs towards your pockets. Lift the chest, gently lift the head. Very good. Exhale, round it down and in, drop that head down. We're gonna go between 3 and 5 here. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. Fantastic. Couple more. Exhale, round forward, and inhale, lift. Good. Last one. Nice deep breath, lift the chest, pull those shoulders back, and rest. All right, fantastic. That's set one. I'm gonna take you through it twice more. I'm gonna move the cushion out of the way. I've got a mat here and nice soft grass. Oops, there goes my water. All right, when you're ready, again, practicing coming down to a kneeling position and back up. If you're like, hey lady, I'm definitely not going down to my knees right now, but you wanna do something, you can also use this time to march. Just kind of march in place, practice that nice high knee. Otherwise, here we go. Controlling down, supporting on the hands, and then just nice and slow here. You can step one foot forward and then just gently bring that back knee down to the floor. And then we'll come down to both knees. Good, I got more room here without my cushion. And then I'm gonna come back up on the same side. So I'll bring that front leg up. It's kind of like a lunge here with the upper body assist. Lean forward, push through the hands as you drive down through the heel of that front leg. Walk that back leg in, and I'm coming all the way up to the top. Very good. It's like slow motion lunge. Reaching down, and now I'm gonna try to come down on the opposite side. So I'm gonna step my left foot back this time. On that front foot, heel down, slowly lower, using the upper body as much as you need. Very nice. Bring that other knee down all the way to a kneeling position. And then when you're ready, same thing. So I'll step my right foot back forward, get that heel on the ground. You can lean forward, use your arms as much as you need, drive into your right heel, coming on up. Step that left foot forward and standing tall. Awesome job. Alrighty, just like that, let's go back to our seated row. Let's see if I can come over in a little bit more sunshine here. On the ground and off the ground. You can make it as easy or as hard as you want, right? We do burpees. Yesterday in the regular class, we did what we call our sunny side burpees, where we just lay down on our back and get up from there. You'd be amazed at how much that can challenge the body. Alrighty, first 20 seconds, arms together. Here we go, reaching out, squeeze back and in. Watch the head. I tend to lose the head forward, so try to keep neutral through your spine. Breathe in to reach, exhale on that row, hold it in the back position. Very nice, good, Shirley. Reach forward and squeeze back and in. One more here, and then we'll start to alternate. Very nice. All right, I'm gonna reach my right arm straight out. Actually, both arms out. I'm gonna pull the left arm in, and then reach the left arm out, and then the right arm in. I'm still doing that little rotation through the forearm where I go palms down as I reach the arm out, and then the arm that pulls back in and I rotate that palm up. Reach and row. Good. 15 seconds. Keep that head tall, eyes looking straight on. Fantastic. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Just try to take note. What foot do you have the band wrapped around? I'm on the right side. I'm going to try to make a point to go on the left side for my last round. All righty. We did our cat-cows last time. Now we're going to just do a couple exercises for the head and neck before we go back through. So we're going to do our Flexion and extend the head. So sitting tall, I'm going to gently pull that chin in, looking down, bringing the chin towards the chest. Either stay right here, or you can imagine that I'm there with you in your living room or wherever you are, and I can just fingertips lightly on top of the head, like I'm resting a nickel on top of your head. So you're barely touching. Go ahead and release. And then to lift, looking up, if you want to add a little overpressure here, I'll gently cross the hands in front of the chest, just underneath the collarbones. Just pull that skin down gently as you look up towards the ceiling or sky. Very good. Let's go one more time each direction. Chin in as you're looking down. Pull that chin in, lower the chin towards the chest. Fingertips, if you choose, ever so gently on top of the head. 1 or 2 breaths there. Come on up. And same thing other way. Hands on the torso. Pull that skin down and gently looking up. Stretching out that neck. And release. Beautiful work. All right, we're going to go through it one more time, going back to practice that kneeling position. So come on up. Basically going to do one slow motion lunge on each side. If anyone's on this class that wants more of a challenge, you could also do some like reverse lunges through this if you know those. Otherwise, when you're ready, support through the upper body. Let's take your right leg. You're going to step your right leg back. Keep your left foot firmly planted, so that heel is planted. Maybe step it forward a little bit if you need, and then slowly lower that back knee to the ground, using your upper body to support, trying to keep that heel of the front foot planted. And if you can, bring that front foot back as well. Come onto both knees. Take a moment there, and then when you're ready, you're gonna work that left foot forward again. Nice big step forward so you can keep that shin vertical, keep that heel down. I have that toe turned under on that back foot. Pushing through that left foot, arms as much as you need. Come on up, walk that back foot in, and all the way to standing. Beautiful job. All right, we're gonna do one more time on the other side. Balance our body out, so I'll support through the hands. Now I'm gonna step my left foot back, keeping that right heel planted down, the full foot. Use the arms to control the knee down, bringing that back knee down. You can see how I keep this front shin vertical, heel planted. You can bring that back knee all the way down into a kneeling position, and then we'll make our way back up. Hand support, pull that belly in so you're not arching the back. Nice big step forward with your right foot. Driving that heel down, using the arms as much as you need, pushing through the legs as much as you can. Walk that back foot in and all the way up. Great work. Awesome. And then last time through, seated row. Alrighty, I was around the right foot last time. Were you the same as me? Were you the opposite of me, if you remember? So I'm gonna go around my left foot this time. Alrighty, sitting nice and tall. Up out of those sit bones, pull the chin in. Both hands together to start, reaching out. Squeeze those shoulders back and in. Good, breathe in to reach. Exhale on that row. It's our last exercise before our cool down stretch. In through the nose, best as able, gently out through the mouth. Good, couple more. Fantastic. Once you've done that, and then we're gonna go to alternating arms. So reach both arms out to start. Pull your left arm in, rotating the palm up, and then we'll switch, reaching out side to side. Nice and smooth, pausing in the back position. Good. About 20 seconds left. There you go, good. Try to pull that elbow straight back, actually not so up. So straight back and in like you're trying to pull the elbow to the wall straight behind you. Good. That's a much better position today that you're seated, and I can see you a lot better. So thank you for making that adjustment. Maybe 1 or 2 more on each side. Back and in, reaching out, back and in, and rest. Woo. All righty. Set that band down. Let's go through our cat-cows one more time from this seated position, or happy cat, angry cat. You could call it moody cat. Walk those hands out, bring them out to the bottom of the thigh. On the exhale, you're gonna round forward, pull the chin into the chest. On the inhale, shoulders roll back and down, lift the chest. Gently look up towards the ceiling. Let's go 3 to 4 more. Exhale, pull it down, rounding forward. Inhale, lift. Couple more. Very nice. Movement is what keeps us from getting stiff, right? If we don't pay attention, if we don't intuitively move our body, we end up not moving a whole lot throughout the day, unless the demands of our life, maybe taking care of our house, taking care of our yard, our children, our kid, our pet sometimes requires it. Otherwise, we really need to move intentionally for our body. All these different directions help keep our joints happy and healthy. Alrighty, once you finish there, I'm gonna come a little bit closer and we're gonna do a couple neck exercises to finish. So we did flexion and extension last time through. Now we're gonna do some rotation. So we'll sit up nice and tall, pull the chin in, and then you're gonna turn the head, looking over one shoulder. Just kind of take note, how far can you look, turning the eyes in that direction, then back to center, and looking over the other way. Very nice. We're gonna go twice more each direction. This time you can add a little overpressure if you choose. So gently turn the head. You're gonna go 2 fingers up on the cheekbone. So not on the jaw, but over on the cheek. Just ever so gently peering around, holding for about 2 breaths, and then we'll release and switch. Sitting tall, chin in, gently rotate. If you want 2 fingers up on the cheekbone, encourage that rotation. And release once more each direction. Turn the head, gently encourage that motion. Back to center, and second time. Turning the head, and release. All right, super. Last one from here. So we're gonna go chin pulled in, trying to make that triple chin. We're gonna bring the chin down towards the chest. You're gonna bring it across towards your left shoulder blade, like you're trying, not your shoulder blade, your collarbone, like you're trying to touch your chin to the collarbone. And then kind of tilt your head like you're trying to look up and over towards the left side of your ceiling. Turning the eyes, gently lifting the chin. And down and release. There you go. And then same thing other way. Chin pulled in, lower the chin to the chest, bring it over towards your right collarbone, and then just ever so gently tilt the head like you're trying to look into the corner on the right side of the room. Turn the eyes. And release. Back to center. Very good. And then just up and down, side to side. And instead of thinking about collapsing the ear towards the shoulder, I'm there in your living room and just ever so nice little friendly grab of the ear and lifting that ear up. So you don't literally need to do it, but just imagine if I were gonna lift your ear up, and you can pull the shoulder back and down. If you wanna sit on that hand, you can. Traction it back and down and release. Same thing other side. Lift, sitting up. I can sit on the hand if I'd like, traction that shoulder down, and then imagine I'm there, I'm lifting that ear up towards the ceiling or sky. Just a nice gentle stretch along the side of the neck into the traps and release. Let's go one more time each side. So again, I can go palm up. I can gently sit on that hand if I'd like to help traction that area down. Chin in, grabbing your right ear and lifting it straight up towards the ceiling. There you go. Good. And release. Last time, second side. Shoulder back and down if you choose. Just imagine it there. Chin in. Now your left ear, lift it straight up towards the ceiling, lengthen that side of the neck. Beautiful. And 2, 1, and release. All right, all done there, everybody. Just kind of move your body open and close. Circle the arms around. Just notice if you're like, man, I feel stiff. That's your cue from your body to say, hey, I need some movement. Movement is medicine for our body. It gives us some endorphins. It releases different hormones. Using our movement in conjunction with our breathing can really help to support our nervous system as well. So, when you find that you're feeling stiff, ask yourself, how could I move? It doesn't have to be dramatic and just be subtle, but that's typically what our body is needing. Exceptions would be like acute pain or severe pain, things like that. Then you may need to go through some periods of not moving to heal. But those are, rare and oftentimes from like acute injuries and such, or sudden trauma. All right, with all that said, thank you so much for being here. Always open to your feedback, what you like, what's not working for you. Doesn't mean that I'll take it out, because sometimes we need to do the things that we don't always love to keep our bodies strong and able. Otherwise, stay hydrated, drink plenty of water, and we'll see you next time. We'll be back here on Thursday, same time.